In the Netherlands, police did not have patience with climate activists who blocked a highway in The Hague. Among the demonstrators was Greta Thunberg. The 21-year-old was also detained by the services.
In existential crisis, we are in a planetary emergency, and we are not going to stand by and let people lose their lives and livelihood and be forced.
Thunberg has been saying for 6 years that we will all die soon because of a bad climate, demanding that humanity give up fossil fuels immediately.
W ten sposób ona wcześniej miewała jakieś tam rzekome kłopoty.
She's had problems with the law before, and this image of a radical was built up. But she was actually at the very core of the deal. She was embraced by some of the biggest politicians in the world.
Się nadal znajduje w samym jądrze Babilonu, przyjmowana przez największych na świecie.
Who often treat her as an authority, even when she was a teenager and had not graduated from any university.
I think Greta is here shows that it's like that we're making like international impact, and we're very happy that she supports our.
And so it is. Many politicians from European Union countries, among others, inspired by the ecological madness preached by Greta, are introducing regulations that cause energy prices to rise dramatically. And this is driving many families into poverty. Spain is an example. 4.5 million citizens are unable to pay their electricity and gas bills. Nearly 7 million Spanish people cannot afford to keep their homes at the right temperature. According to the organization Save the Children, more than 13% of children and young people live in such homes. When I use the oven, I leave the door open to let the house warm up a bit. My daughter is very cold. I make sure she wears her pajamas, a sweater, and a bathrobe over that. We go to bed and I cuddle her to keep her warm until she falls asleep. A mother of a 9-year-old daughter said, "The family lives in Barcelona, yet winters there are not the coldest in Europe. Still, the problem of cold apartments is huge." In addition to the detrimental effects on physical health, with consequences related to their respiratory problems and increased hospital visits, energy poverty also affects the mental health of children and adolescents. But the problem in Spain and across the continent could get worse, all because of Europe's Green Deal and the European Union's crazy climate policy.
Ceny energii w Europie rosną.
Energy prices in Europe are going up and will continue to go up for the next few years, as long as this energy mix that is supposed to be established, that is based on, at least according to all these directives, wind, solar plus energy storage, and sources such as nuclear power or some kind of biofuels, all these new resources that are supposed to be created, then until then, energy prices will be high.
Ceny energii będą wysokie.
And this will be felt by those less well off, because for them, the increase in energy prices will be a much greater burden on the budget than for those who earn far more. That is, simply put, the poor will be even poorer, and the rich will not feel the increases too much.
Tak samo to się odnosi również do krajów, bo czym innym jest nałożenie takiej konieczności.
The same applies to countries, because it is one thing to impose Green Deal guidelines for a developing country such as Poland, trying to catch up to the Western countries of Europe. And it's a whole different story for a rich country that already has nuclear power plants, such as Germany.
Na przykład tych słynnych świadectw CO2 po te 60 euro za sztukę dla takiego kraju jak Niemcy, który jest krajem bogatym, który ma już też i elektrownie atomowe.
Taking care of the planet is important, but not more important than children, who are freezing because their parents can't afford the energy prices. And this could soon be a problem in Poland too, since part of the political class speaks with one voice with Greta Thunberg.
Tam, gdzie
Where ideology dominates, logic ends.
kończy się logika.
Logically speaking, the increase in energy prices in Poland from July 1st, caused by the government's failure to extend the price freeze, will not be the only one in our country, if the authorities agree to the insane climate policy pushed by EU bureaucrats. And this is what it looks like, which we will all feel in our wallets. Adrian Borecki, TV Republika.